What's up, middies? Today I'll be teaching you 6 simple and easy spells that you can do for your home. These are going to be 6 easy spells that any beginner witch can do. They don't really have to practice any sort of specific type of witchcraft. These are going to be multiple different types, and most of these are going to be pretty basic. So depending on what type of practice you do, you can tailor everything towards more of your practice. But if you just want to start out doing something and maybe you want to try out a few different spells, or maybe you want to pick from a few spells, this is a good video to watch. I'm also going to be doing a future spell more in depth on. I'm also going to be doing a more in-depth video on the individual spells. Some of these I'm going to be going over in detail, and some of them I'll be doing a whole video. Also, these are going to be based on the type of home that I have. I live in a bus and I travel, so this is going to be geared towards more nomadic homes. If you want to do this for your sticks and bricks home, you can do the same thing. It's just going to be slightly different for some of these, but generally this can be done for any type of home, as long as you have a place that you live in. These spells can apply to that. So whether you're in an apartment or in a house or in a room or in a vehicle or just anything, as long as you consider something to be your home, then these spells will work for this. I'm going to be leaving links in the description to where I get certain items. These are going to be affiliate links, so if you do click them and actually purchase from them, I will get a small commission, but it's not going to affect your price. It will just help me keep my lights on and everything, and keep the channel afloat. If you would like to contact me on social media, I'm going to be leaving it in the description also. Also, if you would like to support the channel, just check the description and there will be links to where you can support me directly. I'm going to be doing these in no sort of order. They're just going to be the things that I have come up with for this list. Some of these things are pretty common and a lot of witches do them, and some of them are things that I have done personally that I just incorporate into my practice. A lot of witchcraft, well, most of witchcraft is your intent, so as long as your intent is focused and implied in the certain intent that you want, then your spells will come true, or whatever you're trying to do will manifest. If you are doing something and maybe you aren't really seeing success from it, maybe that just means that you need to cleanse yourself first. I always suggest, if you're going to be doing any sort of spell or anything that you want to put your intent and magic into, I suggest that you cleanse yourself and also cleanse whatever you're going to be using. I have a video about cleansing, so if you would like to know about cleansing, just click that video. I'm going to be putting it up here. And also I'm going to be doing a video about actually charging and putting your intent into certain objects or certain spells. That's going to be coming out, but if that's already up, then it'll also be here. If not, then just check back on my channel. And the first spell or ritual that you want to do is any sort of cleansing. Now this can be either cleansing smoke. You can either use essential oils in a room spray if you want to cleanse that way. Maybe you don't want to be using smoke, or maybe you just want to try something else. You can use essential oils. If you have any sort of objects that you want to bring into your home, whether that be your keys, or if you acquire something from outside of your home, you want to bring it in and cleanse it, you could also use a cleansing bowl. I have a video on that will be up here. As long as you have something to cleanse yourself and also the objects that you bring into your home, this is just a good all-around thing to do. I know not a lot of witches, they cleanse things before they bring them into your home. I don't do that. Sometimes I bring things into my house and I don't cleanse it. Sometimes I cleanse it when it's actually inside. It all depends on you and what the particular thing is. And the next thing you can do is write either sigils or runes on your entrance, your exit, or if you want to just write it around your house. I know some people, they put it above their door and also on their door. I'm going to show you a few examples right here. These are just simple sigils and runes that you can put on your space, or if you want to put on your doors. You could also put this on your windows. I know some people, they use salt around their windows. I can't do that. I'm in a bus and it'll just get everywhere. But if you would like to write sigils and runes, that's a good way to put some protection and put some magic into something that you want to do to protect your home. Also, this can be used for other things. If you want to say travel farther, or if you want to stay warmer or stay colder or anything like that. If you want to place sigils or runes, that's a good way to put your intent into something that you want to manifest in your home, or when you're out and about to be home or going to home. And the third thing you can do is use a salt pouch over your openings. Now, this is actually something that I'm going to be doing once I get the materials. All you need to do is create some sort of little pouch. I'm going to be using the little jewelry bags that you get jewelry in. If you have something else or you like to make your own pouch, you can do that. I'm just going to be using these because I have some of them. And all you have to do is put a little bit of black salt or pink Himalayan salt into the pouch. You could also write a sigil or a rune either on the pouch, or you can write a petition paper if you want to go into a bit more detail, and then put that inside of the pouch and then hang it up either over your door or on the top of your house at the highest point, or just somewhere in your house to where whenever you're looking at it or whenever you go to change out your pouches, you have that specific intent that you want onto the pouch. This is also good if you are someone like me and you travel and you don't really have the space to just have salt or whatever around your windows. Just having it in a pouch will keep it in one place, and also it will do mostly the same effect as if you were going to sprinkle salt around your home. And maybe you don't want the outside energies getting into your space. Adding some black salt and a few essential oils will help absorb any sort of negativity from the outside world, or any sort of negative emotions that you have on you from the outside world. This will just help to absorb that so it's not lingering in your space. And this sort of goes in with the last one, is just hanging a spell jar. Personally, only have a few spell jars that I would actually feel comfortable with hanging in my home. This is just because spell jars are, if you live in a sticks and bricks and you don't have to worry about vibration, just having a spell jar or a spell pouch, that will be good for you. But for me, I do not want to hear something constantly knocking against the side of the walls, so I'm not really going to be hanging any sort of jars. And if I do, I will wrap it in something so it will not clank on to anything that I have. If you only want to use a pouch, or maybe you have a preference for something, obviously go ahead and use that, but these are just my suggestions and just the things that I have experienced with. And the last thing I have for you is creating any sort of guardian or poppet. These can come in many different forms. I'm going to be showing you the one that I made right here. This is just one that I've come up with and the one that I've been using. I'll be doing a whole video on this, so if you'd like to know in more detail what this is and what you can use it for, then just check out that video. But this is just something that will protect you from outside forces and any sort of negative energy coming into your home or coming into your space. This is just a good thing to not only protect you, but also just good if you want to have something passive and not really have something that you have to worry about. A guardian doll is just something that you can just set it up, once you're done making it, you don't really have to put any sort of intent into it. Just make sure you keep an eye on it and make sure that it's actually doing well. And again, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth video on this, so I'm not really going to go over it in this, but just make sure if you are to create any sort of guardian doll that you instruct it correctly. Make sure it knows the difference between good energies and bad energies, and make sure that whenever you are creating this thing, you know exactly what you want it for. This is something a little bit more intermediate. It's not really for basic witches, that's why it's at the end. But if you are a beginner witch and you want to try a different sort of protection thing, then this might be the option that closely relates to you. Again, I'm giving you options so that you can choose from the things that I'm doing. You don't have to do all of them. You don't have to do any of them. If you want to pick and choose and do one or two of them, or maybe do one or two of them and then interchange it with something that maybe resonates more with you, you can go ahead and do that. These are just the basic outlines so you can figure out what works best for you. I would rather teach you how to fish and just be giving you the fish, basically. And that was it. I didn't even write the outro. So like I said, that's a few different ways that you can protect your home or your space from any sort of negative energies that are either coming into your home or maybe that you're bringing into your home or anything like that. If you would like to know anything else about witchcraft or witchcraft related content, just subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting videos as often as I can. And also, if you would like to know anything in particular or you would like to suggest anything for me to cover in a future video, just leave it in the description and I'll get back to you. If you would like to contact me, I'm going to leave my social medias down below. And if you would like to support the channel in any way, just check the description also, and there'll be ways that you can support me. I'm going to be doing more videos kind of centered around protection, since that seems to be what more people are asking for. But if you would like to suggest anything, again, just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. And also, if you are watching this video and you are a subscriber or maybe you're new, just tell me a little bit something about you. I always like to hear about my subscribers. Most of them don't comment on my YouTube, but I still know a few of my subscribers, and I would like to know you, even if you're not a subscriber. Just tell me about you, tell me something about you, tell me what brought you to this video. Did something happen? Are you just wanting to practice? Just tell me about yourself. That's the end of the video. Have a good day, night, life. Enjoy yourself and be happy.